They said hush your mouth, keep your head down low, drink your pain, pay your tax, do what you're told. But I was raised where the rainy streets teach you to stand on your own 2 feet. Yeah, from a small town pub to the city lights, I've seen deals in smoke-filled nights. Blue suits talking like they own this land, but they never had mud on their hands. They write the rules from a golden chair while we graft all day just to breathe their air. But there's a fire in this old isle, and I won't let them steal what's mine. I don't bend for the lies they sell. I won't dance to the Westminster Bell. I'll sing truth for this tired old nation. No filter, no hesitation. Raise your voice, feel that liberation. This is the unfiltered nation. Yeah, this is the unfiltered nation. Yeah. We got farms, docks, mills still standing strong. Real folk here who've been right all along. They call us crazy when we say no more, but we carry this country shore to shore. So here's to the ones who won't back down, stealing their spine and are beaten downtown. If your heart still beats for this old home soil, then you're my people in this loyal coil. No more masks, no more stage duration, no more bought and paid for stations. If you're done with scripted conversation, step into the unfiltered nation. Take a seat, switch on, feel the elevation. Real talk, real grit, no fabrication. You've crossed the line, there's no more waiting. Welcome to the unfiltered nation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You see, what's going to happen now is the left and all the mainstream medias, they are going to incorrectly call this hate speech. So they want to play that game with me. Okay, good. I'm going to play it because yes, I hate evil. I hate paedophiles. I hate cowards who trade girls for votes. I hate lies disguised as tolerance. I hate the wolves in the suits, and I hate the silence in power. And if you don't hate these two, then you're part of the problem. So this will be a righteous hate. It's what built empires, and it's what defends the innocent. And to those over there watching in Parliament in Westminster, let me remind you this. You knew, and you let it happen anyway. And now the people know too.
Of course, there's no sound. Of course, there's no. This is new. Do you know what? I'm that type of person who's like saying, you know, when it's new stuff, it's like, okay. Jupes?
Hello, can you hear me? He can't hear me. Oh my God.
I think it's your thing, man.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you
I can
hear me
you. You're very
now?
low.
Okay, should I? Let me try turning
Speak
myself.
again.
Hello, 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 hello.
Now?
Hello, hello, hello. Let me try turning me up.
Nothing. Nothing. Let me see if I can just sort this. Right, let me just see if I can sort. I'll stay on there, people. But I've got nothing from yous anyways. I can do all of that. It's the same thing. This should just by default be doing it. We can hear both. Why can't I hear it? You could hear it. All right, Dupes, just take the stream. Just take the stream on. Take the stream on. Talk to the people whilst I'll try and work this out. I have no. It's really weird. I can't hear a single thing. A single thing. What I wanted to do. Tubes, if you're still there, just keep. You can't heat. You can't turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. Any lip readers, you don't want to be sign language. You don't want to be sign language, right? No one can hear Jeeps now, all right? So you could. I have no idea. This is a Streamlabs alternative. I have no idea. This is wild. This is absolute wild. I can't even see. Oh, here we go. All right, test. So my thing. I have no idea, honestly. Oh, this is going. This is just like what? This is just going worse and worse and worse. How do I even put this off? How do I even? I should never ever ever deviate from what it is. Tomorrow is Free Speech Friday, and oh yeah, just do that. Click you off the spotlight. Click you off the spotlight. Can anyone hear Dupes now? My sounds good, and it should be, but everything should be coming through the same. It should be coming through the same thing. I don't understand why it wouldn't do. And I don't understand why it's not, to be fair. Can't hear anything. Any lip readers, sounds good. Show and stream. Ah, man. Now this is like a million. Now it's like so big. I can't even do what I want to do. Right, stop video. No, stop mute. Test speaker, the output. That's my mic. That's the things coming in. The only other thing is I've got to find my I remember this last time. And I had to put in some. All right, let's see. Let's see if this automatically works. If not, I have no idea. We're going to have to carry on this. And I hate this one. I honestly hate this one. So if you're here for riveting conversations, unfortunately, people, you have not got it. And this will be clipped and clipped and clipped and all sorts. Right, so this is on here. This is on here. I can hear me, microphone, speakers, headphones. Right. Let's see if Dupes is still there. Oh no, it's me. Dupes. I think that's you, mate, to be fair. I think
on social media all morning. It's just
oh no, I've got to change this over now. I've got to change that over to headphones. All right, Dupes, now speak. I'm going to kick you and come back in then. Wild. Absolute wild. All right, let's just do it like this. Let me get the chat up. Right, anyway, I'm just going to do it this way. Dupes, just come back in. I'll drop the link again. And if it doesn't come out on this one, I have no idea because I can hear everything else. I can hear the audio. I can hear myself. I can hear all sorts of things, but I can't hear you. So I don't know if you want a Bluetooth setting. Can I hear you now?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Finally.
Oh, thank
I've
God.
got my face is huge on screen, but finally we can speak. I have no idea about that, to be fair.
I've
don't know
no
what goes
idea
on.
how to get a picture up either. I'm just sitting here looking, thinking, what the fuck?
Ah, that's wild.
I've got an avatar, but it's not showing it, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I have to turn my camera off? Will that help?
Yeah, turn the camera off. There we go.
Oh, it's round the wrong way.
Oh man.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter. At least
matter.
you can see it's me, for God's sake, and you know I'm there.
At least we can do that. What's going on, Jeeps? It's been a while.
Yes, it has. But I have been listening to you, and I've been like, yes, he's feeling what I'm feeling. So the realistic stuff is this, that the literal only chance that we really have got at the moment is reform. Even if I do like Rupert Lowe more, and I wish that we could get him into power, but we've got to be realistic. And also the fact that you're trying to align some of the left with the right. I'll tell you what, though. I've been talking to a couple of lefties. It only seems to be one main area that we seem to be disagreeing on.
Which is?
Well, they seem to be seeing the problems that are arising. They seem to be seeing that the governments are shit. They're beginning to notice that it's uni parties. But they don't think we should be blaming the immigrants or stopping the immigrants. And that's one big major thing that is going to keep us apart, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it is obviously gonna keep us all apart. But I'm sure if you go to a lot of even the loony left and you say about, we've seen it in Oxford. As soon as they put them into that RAF place, the loony left were saying, no, we don't want them here. We don't want these immigrants in our place. So already they're understanding the problems that are potentially being faced. Am I aligning the left? Am I aligning the parts of the left? All that's going on, I feel, with my political stance now is, we've got to just be for the country, and if it come what may, that is, we've got to make sure that Labour come out, and we've got to make sure that a lot of the other people and policies are implemented. But with what's going on now, with Restore, my mind will never be changed on that, and I have changed my mind because my position with reform is totally wild. But what I've said is, and what I've understood is, who cares? Nigel Farage doesn't know me. He just wants my vote. So if I give him my vote, he does what I want him to do. Do you know what I mean? And that smashed the Conservative and the Labour stranglehold.
Yeah, look. I do agree with you. There's a lot of things to find fault with Nigel. A lot of things to find fault with him over. But the fact of the matter is that we have to be realistic and say, well, at the moment, the only person that's likely to be able to take on the uni parties or uni party is him. It's Nigel, because and his party, because he's got a big group around him. He's got other people that have stood. He's got MPs in the Houses of Parliament. Whereas Rupert Lowe does seem to be just a Rupert Lowe. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. And that's, and we're going to see it again today. We're going to see it again, with his decision making and his non-decision making, because one of the greatest things he could have done was to put Charlie Downs in Clacton. Would he have resonated with the people? Maybe not, but there would have been someone, who could have done it. Maybe speak to who's that reform guy? Was it Tony Mack or someone like that? Speak to somebody like that and say, would you want to come across if you're not already coming across? But get somebody in there. But he said no straight away. He didn't want to go head to head with reform, and that there was like when I was thinking, how are we going to do this? Then how are we going to do this if Rupert Lowe's not prepared to go head to head with Nigel Farage?
Yeah.
Or his party, but yet he's still trying to propagandize the people, then all that's going to happen is when it comes up to an election, half of the people are going to say, yes, Restore's going to win. And the other half is going to say, Reform's going to win. And you're going to cancel each other out. That's it.
Yeah.
Labour or Conservatives will come through. And, my main point has always been, both of them could have been plants for the Conservatives. Both of them. Nigel's a countryside Tory. Let's not forget about it. Look at the people he's brought in. Let's not forget about any of that. But we need a vessel. Like I said, we need a battering ram. We need a vessel to make the government realise we ain't fucking about. And imagine this. Imagine the next election, we do not vote in a party other than Labour or the Conservatives. The globalists are going to understand that there is nothing that we can do to stop them. And they'll just put it on hyperdrive. They won't even ask now. They'll just say, do you know what? Digital ID next week. Bang.
Yeah.
They're not going to ask because they know we can't do nothing. They know we are not prepared. France, when they come out and say, no, you're not going to do that to our pensions. France says yes, or Macron says, oh, yes, we are. They come out and they shut the streets down for days. Then he backpedals. All right, we can't do that. Here, what do? Absolutely nothing. And that's a problem.
I agree with you. And I think it's because people have for so long had a high trust society, and they did have an establishment that they believed they could trust, even though a lot of the veil's been lifted on a lot of things. But yeah, I do think that we've got to use the system. We've got to use it. I'm sick and tired of hearing people saying don't vote as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing, of the people who are saying, oh, there's no one there for me. And that's what I'm trying to get across. A lot of people have been trying to get people to vote, but you're not going to get the people to vote who say there's no one to vote for. So what I said in my I don't know if you've seen the video. In the video I said when I come and said I'm going to support reform, I've said, you don't have to like the people, you don't have to do this. It's not, you don't have to be fan, but you don't have to be none of that. So the people who say I've got no one to vote for, okay, cool, don't vote for anyone, but vote for the country, because we need to get rid of Labour or Conservative, and if we don't, then we're in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, because what you're saying is it's a means to an end. Look at the bigger picture and look at what we need to do. Some people say the word stepping stone, but I think it's more than that. Look, we might not like everything that Farage says, but the only way we can actually influence him is if we get him into power. How many politicians have you ever voted for that you've agreed 100% with everything they say? Because I haven't.
None. And the only person that I did have 95% behind was Nick Tenconi and UKIP. I absolutely love UKIP, right? That still is in my heart. But the fact of the matter is there was plenty of times, back rooms or whatever, there's been plenty of times when a conversation needed to be had and nobody was willing to have it. Yeah, no one was prepared to put people out on the by-elections, in the local elections, none of that things. I've had dossiers of of where I feel the best things were the best places to do based on historical data. You know, you give it to people, you say, have a look at that. What do you reckon? And I know that these areas around here, the Kent towns, the coastal towns, are very, very favourable to UKIP, and nothing comes back. Not even Dan, you're chatting shit. Nothing. So that's how I know that it wasn't legitimate. And then we're talking with other people in advance and higher up, and you know, people people away from Ben who are like, this ain't gonna go anywhere in 10 years, and then all of a sudden they've allowed Ben to do what he did. So it's kind of like, right, what have we got now? We don't have anything.
Yeah.
Apart from reform. So let's use what our power is. We always say that they work for us. Okay, then cool. Let us make them work for us. Oh, we get them in, and Zia Yusuf is going to be, so be it. Because if Zia Yusuf is for 4 years the prime minister, it is what it is at the end of the day, right? If reform isn't in, then we're going to either get another Andy Burnham, we'll get globalists. Did you see the thing I did about the Andy Burnham and how he's connected to how his team is connected to Mandami in America, and his democratic socialism is connected to the Muslim Council of Britain? They give the orders down through these little NGO companies like the London Muslim Network.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Right? And then they've got Hope Not Hate in there.
I didn't see your stream there, but yeah, I can believe it.
I've got everything. I've got everything in with it. You know, all the receipts were there. You know how his team, the people who are doing the social media. And you see in Andy Burnham, he's only caring about TikTok. Why does he only care about TikTok? It's because this is the Mandami, the New York mayor. That's what he does, and they're just using the same thing. They were over there, you know.
We have got a real major problem though, because I know from obviously my son going to university and stuff what a lot of their talking points are, because he's come back and told me. And you're right, that New York mayor is one of them. They seem to be pushing a lot of American politics to justify the things that they're doing here, even though we're not living in America. It's very weird.
Exactly. It's the globalization. It's the globalization of what we got. So I'm prepared to say, you know, all right, cool. I'll hold my nose. I'll take full responsibility, right, of whatever happens with reform. I'll take full responsibility. I won't shirk my way out and say, well, actually, but if we did manage to do something we've never done in our lifetimes, never, ever, ever have we voted away from Labour, Liberals, or Tories. And if we can do that, that will send a shockwave. Believe you me, Labour, Tories, they'll all be begging for our votes.
I absolutely agree with you that we have to crack the system. We've got to crack the system the way it is at the moment, because it's not working. We can't keep up with this two-party nonsense, because it's even not a two-party, it's a one-party, really, because when you think about it, you know, the Conservatives were just as bad as implementing a lot of this stuff that's detrimentally affected us. They didn't listen either. So look, I don't trust Farage 100%, but I think I trust him a little bit more than than the two parties that we've got in power that have proven to us that they're not going to do the right thing. People can say that we assume Farage is not going to do the right thing, but we don't know until he gets in there. You know?
Exactly.
So I like Rupert as well. I do like Rupert, but I don't think that he's got enough people around him that are strong enough. I think that some of the people around him are detrimental. I know that, you know, I spent a long time trying to explain to people that he's trying to appeal to everyone, but at the end of the day, I don't know, he just seems to make a few mistakes along the way with some of the people around him.
Who? Low.
Yeah,
of course. He's making huge mistakes every time he does anything really. And let's look at this. Right? Let's look at Makerfield. And he was prepared as a leader to put people in the way of potentially blocking Andy Burnham from being the Prime Minister. He was happy to do that. Rebecca Shepherd, she wasn't on any hustings. She wasn't doing podcasts. She did a bit of Vox Populi, and that's been about it, right? So she wasn't really out there. She wasn't trying to get on the BBC and all these types of stuff. And then we've got the same with Marlon Tagg, I think his name is. He's not gone to any hustings. He's not done any podcast apart from with Montgomery Toms, which would be a Vox Populi. So they're not doing anything really to say vote for us. And this is Manchester. This is the most taken over place apart from Birmingham. So it's crazy. I do question his tactics. I do question what he's doing. I do question a lot of things. But if I will do it at some point, but I just got to work it out in my head, because it'll be a lot of people will probably be under the same. I know this
is going to sound a little bit silly, because we have got so many problems, and a lot of the problems are to do with illegals and everything else. But I do think that Marlon bloke, and whilst I think that he might be of good character and he's gone through it with his daughter and everything else, he's got a story to tell. I do think if he just tries to get in off the back of that, it's a mistake. I think that we need to hear people that are talking about things right across the board, and I think that might wake people up. Not just immigration. Do you understand what I mean? We need to hear what they're going to do for the economy. We need to hear what they're going to do, within the schooling system, with housing, with the NHS, what they would like to see for the future. Not just, I know that everybody wants to hear what they're going to do with immigration, but all the other things matter as well, that nobody seems to be talking about anymore.
No, and it's all solely immigration, and that is a problem. That is all right, Roy, no problem. That is a huge problem, because, and again, this is the thing that people say, Danny, you're an infiltrator, whatever they want to come up. There's new ways, a vapid. I don't know, Spasticator call me vapid shill, a vapid restore shill, right? But the problem is people don't understand. If we don't take out the cornerstones of the institution, then nothing is ever going to change. If we can have a brand new government, right? And he can say, we're going to do all of this, but it's still got to go through the House of Lords. It's still got to get royal assent. It's still got, if there's any injunctions or anything like that, that goes through to the Supreme Court. We've still got NGOs and all. If we don't sort all of these things out and say, right, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to concentrate, Restore Britain. We're going to concentrate on two things. The first thing is we're going to make sure that the education system is correct. So then the children coming into it now, 5, 6, 7, they will be the ones we are going to face all of our projects on, right? For the UK, they're the ones that are going to benefit. Sadly, everyone else, we're a little bit fucked. We've gone a little bit too far. Then make sure that the immigration, you're kicking the people out who shouldn't be here. That's an easy thing to do. If not, you can put them in camps. But you need to try and get rid of the civil service and get rid of the high left-wing stuff in the House of Lords. These things you need to get rid of. Otherwise, there's nothing. There's nothing you can do. You can put all the policies out you want. You can say everything you want. I'm going to come out of the Human Rights Act. We're going to come out of the European Court of Human Rights. All right, cool. You bring them out. Is that going to be a law? Is that going to be an act or a statute? Do you know what I mean? Is that what it's going to be? Yes. Well, you've got to put it through the House of Lords. House of Lords will say no. Supreme Court will say no. Then what are you going to do? You've got no policies.
Yeah, but the social media is a big thing that politicians and that are using at the moment. Like you said, Andy Berman's only concentrating on TikTok for a reason, right? But the other thing that's happened, and it's right across the board, even with people of my own age group, because they tell me they go on TikTok and everything else. I mean, I can't stand the place myself. I'm over there, but I can't stand it. It does me head in. I can't debate with those people. I can, but it reminds me of 2019 all over again. But the fact of the matter is that we need to find a way to get people to do short, sharp videos, but getting all the points in and get it on TikTok. because that is where the right are going wrong, because we're so used to understanding complexities and nuance and being able to go into in depth into our analysis and our critical thinking and showing how it all connects. These people, they haven't got the time for that. And
Exactly.
that's the problem. That's one of the problems. You know,
And this is why I say that working men and women need to be in parliament. We need to be the heads of our community. We need to be the ones speaking, because once you start getting these elitists talking, like, listen, I've got nothing really against Connor Tomlinson. This is just an example, right? Because Cole Benjamin is just, he's a fraud, right? So let's go on to Connor, who everyone should like and respect, because he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything like mental, right? But his videos, I don't think I watched a single one of it, because the way that he talks and the way he comes across, I just zone out. I'm just like, do you know what? This is an elite talking to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because he comes across as a posh boy who's very academic and of the intelligentsia, and is a bit too long-winded with his words and how he goes through stuff systematically. He needs to be, we need some people that are very point-based, that can condense all that down into points and just quickly articulate them in sort of like a few second videos. I know that's going to be really hard, but that's what we need.
Yeah, and that's what and that's what we will probably end up getting. People will probably all see and say, yeah, you know, that's probably the way we do. But we need a party first, right? We need someone that can we can say this is what they want to do. This is the policies and whatnot. So you can do them videos. That's what I think. Let me just say something about Ban Again, right? Because Ban Again it's an important thing here. It says the House of Lords never block anything that was in the manifesto that elected them. But this is a not, it's not a full statement, because that's what has been said, but it's a gentleman's agreement, and it's never been really tested out. No one's ever really said, and there's been plenty of things that have not been in the manifesto that have been blocked further on down the road. Like Boris Johnson said he's going to get rid of the immigration, is going to lower it, and then when the Rwanda scheme come out, or whoever it was with it, the Rwanda scheme come out, it was getting blocked. So,
have you seen Burnham's already thinking of doing a U-turn?
On what?
You know, when they was going to go harder on the indefinite leave to remains, is going to exclude carers, and carers is the main way that they've been coming in.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've got a whole presentation on them ones. I don't put it past them, because he's talking about care a lot. He's talking about the care homes, and he knows that older people are getting failed, right? He knows this, and what he wants is their money. He needs these old people not to be saying, I don't want to go into a care home or a residential unit or whatever they call it these days. We don't want these people. We want them in there because it's £1,000 a week or whatever. You got a £400,000 house. It goes in 2 or 3 years, and you don't hand anything down to your children.
Yeah.
So I would say he'd want to say, listen, we're going to make that better, and we're going to get loads more people in. You know, we're going to exclude the good carers, the people who've been working and blah blah blah. But again, it is a U-turn. But I could see him doing that, you know, all day long. I could see him going a lot further than that as well, to be fair.
Oh, he's doing a load of shit.
It's a bad time to have somebody like Andy Burnham in, somebody who can talk on both sides of his face, and somebody who is quite clearly he's a stooge. Let me just get this up. Let me get Farage off for a second.
I can't stand the bloke.
But this isn't.
It reminds me of Zippy with his eyelashes.
I said this about. I said something about someone's face today, and everyone's come on me. You gotta say that, right? Let me get what I'm going to say. Where's Burnham on my hit list?
We've gone from fucking Danger Mouse to fucking, I don't know.
It's bad because
it reminds me of John Travolta after about 5 transplants.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's absolute. He's wild. When I say things are wild, you know, Andy Burnham is one of them. I can't fucking find it now. Here. Right. Right. So this is the one there, and I've got another one.
Oh, is it Bungle? Not Zippy. Bungle. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
it reminds me of. With the eyelashes, the hippo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like for getting the wrong ones, but yeah, that's who it reminds me of. The one with the big fucking eyelashes.
Window. Andy Burton. Right. Here we go. Is it shared? I don't know how to do this thing here. So I've got to put him on screen like this. Right. Let me just close. That's fine. Right, listen to this. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, it's the wrong one. Here.
Okay, we can see it. Let's see if we can hear it.
Can you hear it?
I can't at the moment. You haven't pressed play, have you?
Yeah. I'll pause it now.
No, his mouth's moving, but there's no sound coming out.
All right, forget about it. Oh, it's too. Could anyone hear that in chat?
They might, yeah, because they can hear a lot of things when we can't.
It was George, the pink cow dupes.
Oh, okay, that's it.
No, it says. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. It really doesn't matter because it's just. Why is it not working now? It's just him when he talks. He talks like yes, and then okay, this is what we're gonna do, and all that type of stuff, right?
Oh, this is when he was asked about what he's going to do with the immigration, isn't it?
Well, most things that he can do, he does it like that until he's scripted. And people are like, "Oh, Dan, of course he's going to be more concise when he's scripted." But my problem is, and it's good that we have that because we know who's scripted. We know when he is being scripted, and he's very, very concise. He's very good when he has a script in front of him and he's just doing the words. So when he's like that, you know that he can talk the people around. He can make something sound really, really good because he can read a script really, really well. And if you know the people behind them, which will just... Have I got it on here, actually? I think I have. Oh, we are in luck. We are in luck.
That's if we can hear it.
No, it's all things to read.
Oh,
right.
Good.
It's all things to read. So that's me. So I'll just get the pictures so everyone can see the pictures. Or is it Politics Home? Hires. So we know that he's hired this guy, yeah, from Hope Not Hate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm listening.
So we know that he's hired this guy from Hope Not Hate, which is he's an old director, but also we know that this guy is the CEO of his company called 38 Degrees. Have you heard of 38 Degrees in the news recently? You might not have done, but I've heard it quite a lot. And
No,
it's like a think tank. So he's the person of the think tank.
Great.
So when you hear the company 38 Degrees has said this, you know it comes from inside the Burnham strategy chief. So he's the strategist for that.
Oh, great.
Not that one. The State of Hate report. Oh no, do you know what it is? This is connected to a different one. This is connected to something different. I'll do it still, don't worry. Wait there. We've already been through this in the chat. They're going to be like, oh, he's going to be bringing up slides again. But it's important, right? Because this is evidence that Andy Burnham is a shit cunt. I've got AI. You seen the AI thing coming down by you? The AI super farm. It's in between me and you. It's down in Dartford Gravesend.
Ah, fucking hell.
Just just in between them two. It's £3 billion they're putting into it, and it's one of the biggest in the UK. Imagine that. Is it Burnham? I'm not actually here. So I want to move that up there. Wait one. Sorry, Dupes. Can you see the screen though, Dupes? Yeah. If I put things on there,
Yeah.
you can see it. Let me stop sharing that one. Right. So
I just typed in 38.
ta-da!
Oh, go on. I just typed in 38 degrees,
Mm.
and it's people power change.
Mm.
It's a community of more than 1 million people in a moment away from their busy days, take small actions on issues they care about.
Mm.
So it's like a movement. It's a
Well,
movement.
yeah, it's a movement style. It's an NGO basically. It's a movement style thing
Yeah.
of think tanking
And they're
people-
asking for people's money again. This
course.
pisses me off. This pisses me off so much.
Of course. Actually, I don't think it's.
Making out they're a charity.
I don't think this is the one I wanted anyway. But this will do the thing anyway. Andy Burnham. So, you see here. Let me get to Andy Burnham. Andy Burnham here he's the centre of all of these things.
Okay.
Right. So Alison Phillips, she is come on. I haven't got Alison Phillips on this one. So she's a transition person, but she's actually a director of Hope Not Hate, an active director of Hope Not Hate. Then you've got Matthew McGregor, who he's connected to all of these people, 38 Degrees, IPPR, which is this is the wrong one. Oh, fuck about. Can you imagine that?
That's all right. We've got time.
Yeah, we've got time. I've done so many of these. That's not the right one either.
No, I like this though. When you bring it, this sort of like evidence-based stuff forward, I like this. So take your time.
Yeah, there's one that is all. It's all in there. Where's the downloads? Let me just delete all this. I'll look for it manually. Sure, but it's Tate.
So Band Again said lots of power stations turned off in Europe because of low water cooling system. Power cuts incoming.
Yeah.
Mm.
And who needs all of that? AI needs a lot of water, like water cooling.
Mm. How's that fire getting on in Suffolk anyway? They put it out yet?
I don't know, to be fair.
That's meant to be near a nuclear plant as well, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because that one went up the other day, didn't it?
Yeah. Coincidence or what?
Right. It's always a coincidence, eh? That's what they want us to believe anyway. Let me just get rid of that one, and that's me. Oh, you fucking idiot. Right. Let me just put this on here. We're ready. I think we're ready. If we're not, then I'm not going to make the point. So here, show on stream. Right. I think this is the one. If it's not, then we can still do it. So with the people around him, so he's Andy Burnham, who's the mayor. We've got Matthew McGregor, who's the head of political strategy. So he's the campaign strategist. We've got Graham Cook, who is the head of the policy unit. We've got James Purnell, which is chief of staff, very, very high position. Alison Phillips is the transitional director, and Hayden Munro, which is the political director. Most of these people we don't really know.
Yeah.
So if we go to him, to Graham Cook, he is connected to Demos, a company called Demos, and he did a campaign in it, which was open left. So that was kind of open. Let's open our borders, basically. And he's also been the DWP expert advisor. We'll get to all the little things in a second.
Mm.
So Matthew McGregor, Graham Cook, he's connected to the same people.
Yeah, so he's brought in his own little army of people.
He's brought in his own. He's brought in his own little army. He's built in his own little army. We've got James Purnell, who's a new Labour figure with Demos, and at some point they said that he was going to be the new Tony Blair. These people.
Oh, God.
So if we go from that, and then Alice, and obviously Alison Phillips, right? We know about her because she's connected to Hope Not Hate, and we know what Hope Not Hate is. So that, and Matthew McGregor is connected as well. So with these, you've got the IPPR, which Matthew McGregor and Graham Cook is connected to, and it's a progressive think tank. It's an independent charity working towards fairer, greener, more prosperous society, right? So you look at what it doesn't even open up the individual ones. This is why I don't like this thing, because normally, on my one, I can just click it and it will just share. It will just share whatever's on there. So this is one of the things that they did. The Migration Policy Unit. So this is the IPPR, right? So this is their get involved moment.
Yeah.
The migration, our journey to build a fairer immigration system. The Migration Policy Unit is working with organisations in the migrants' rights sector to provide political analysis and advice on issues in relation to immigration and integration. So that's the IPPR. So you got two people.
And do you know how they're probably doing that, Danny? Have you looked into sanctuary cities in the UK yet?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that fucking gobsmacked me when I heard that one.
Exactly. It's they're going to be everywhere.
They are everywhere already. So there was a story in the Daily Mail about Lewisham. Lewisham Council are going to try to fight the government on assisting the Home Office with reporting illegals, right? Because they're giving them sanctuary. I was like, that's disgusting. Let me look up this sanctuary city and see where else they've got them. I only found out that Greenwich Borough is all of them, all over the place. Let me see if I can get you the link and I'll show you at the back. Where are sanctuary cities, UK? I couldn't believe it.
It's great. They're literally gonna be everywhere. These sanctuaries. And do you remember they were talking about the schooling and sanctuary schools? They're going to do sanctuary schools. It's all part of it.
Yeah,
it's all part of it.
Right, here we go. I'll put this in the back for you, and you'll be able to see it. I mean, I have sort of like briefly spoken about it on mine, so to other people, it's probably not too much of a shock. But let's put it in private for you. But yeah, no, it's quite disgusting. The map shows you where it is, and it's bloody everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere. That's why.
Yeah,
it is everywhere.
And they dress it up as them just being nice and welcoming people and assimilating them. But actually, when you get down into it and you go and look into it, they're going to start giving people privilege. You know, they're going to sort of like make sure they get housing, they get all what they're supposed to get, all what the wording that you add there for the immigration working with partnership. That's what they've got for the immigration policy.
Exactly. You know, it's happening. You know, it's happening.
And they've done all that without telling anybody that we've gone over to sanctuary cities. I didn't vote to live in a sanctuary city. We didn't even get asked.
No one has. No one has.
No one's been asked.
But this is what the Voice of Wales have been talking about for, you know, since 2001, when the BBC Wales come down hard on them when he said that Wales is becoming a sanctuary city. They're going to a sanctuary nation.
Oh, they are.
A nation of sanctuary, I mean, sorry. And this is in 2001, and they got attacked so hard. But it's been true. Every single thing that they've done has been correct. It's like, you know, you can't. Oh, here it is. Let's just click this up. Oh yeah, this one. This is the one that I was.
Did you see it in the back? Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one that I was just talking about now with the schools and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I turned it off. No.
I can't see it. You're not showing it, I don't think.
Yeah, no. This thing, I'm just not used to it. And I've got to share it, but it's so long-winded. You know, the one that I normally stream off, it's kind of, I've built it. So it's like OBS, and it's just, I can just click one thing and all these mad stuff come up. But here I've got to actually go into it. I've got to share it. I've got to do all of this stuff. Can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Right.
So,
go on.
but in this document, it says that Wales is a nation of sanctuary. It's a whole, the whole of the nation. But we might as well be as well. If you look at the map, you know, if you look at that map, look at all the places. Look at them.
From community groups to councils, schools to libraries, these vibrant networks provide welcome support opportunity for people seeking sanctuary. With your support, we can make these networks even stronger. Yeah, it's all over the UK. There you go. The UK, Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland, we're all sanctuary places. Well, apart from Scotland, 1, 2, 3, 4 places and 3 in Northern Ireland. But the rest of it is coming our way very, very soon. And that's, you know, this is what they've been doing in the background. When we fight like cats and dogs against X, Y, and Z, this is what they do in the background.
Look how many are around the coastline, though, as well. Look.
Of course, they like water, don't they? But these are all towns that for the last 30, 40 years, they've run down. They look at places like Grimsby, Hull. They took away the fishing rights, the fishermen. If you look at Wales, they took away the coal. So these places, there is nothing. Look at Portsmouth. They took away the docks. They took away the you know, where people make money, how people make money. So all these towns, all these coastal towns. Remember I said earlier on, UKIP is going to be very good in coastal towns. It's very important that the word coastal town is understood, because all of these ones here, apart from Cornwall, which is probably the Scientologists, all of these would be coastal towns. And every single one, the government over the last 50 to 60 years have destroyed. And they've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. They've got no industry. They've got no work. It used to be the father would hand down all the knowledge to the son. The son would then do the same to his son, and it would go down that lineage. And, you know, the girls would be learning how to make things, how to create a house, how to create something fantastic out of absolutely nothing. They wiped it all away, and that's where now they will put them in, and obviously,
but this is sneaky.
It will be accepted.
No one knew about this. No one, apart from the people involved in it. It's disgusting. And again, it's charitable, and again, they're asking people to donate money. It's all a scam.
Yeah, but look at the school. If I can get the schools up, I'll show you the bigger scam of all the schools up. Because I think it was last year when I saw this. But all the schools, 2020. Let's see what the AGM meeting says. All the schools were Catholic schools, or there were Church of England schools, and it was like, what? These are the schools that they're bringing in as the sanctuary schools. It's crazy. They're using religion to say, Oh yeah, you have to do this, you have to do that, and they'll be like, yeah, all right, and cool. Celebrating community at 1 Kile. It's all very well and good supporting community, yeah. It's all look at this. Oh, look, we're looking at a new culture. It's all very well and good having this and seeing this, but it's not when. How do I get rid of that? It's not when that culture is taking over. It's going to be doing a hostile takeover. All of this is just cucked. Let's cuck the people. Swansea Refugee Week last year. 16th of June. This should have been protested. We need to get people. We need to have a huge. Listen, Elon Musk. He's doing things for Restore Britain. Wow, he's doing things for Tommy. Yay! What he needs to do is say, listen, I'm going to put £500,000 in a fund that you got to go to a specific solicitor. If you get arrested doing activism, doing this type of stuff, we've got the back.
Yes,
Right?
good
We've
idea.
got your back. So
We
then
need
more
to start
people will be
acting
like,
like
right,
that,
we've
yeah.
got good solicitors. They're not going to be no private ones. And on the back of it, the courts and the police will know, hang on a minute, they ain't getting no legal aid. They're going to get proper solicitors, yeah? So we have to make sure we are on point as well. Otherwise, we're going to start getting a whole lot of what do they call it? We're going to sue you. We're going to get a whole lot of people having the magnifying glass over us. But Elon Musk don't want to do that. No one wants to do that. They just want to fund certain things. You know what happens on the left? Do you know what the Open Source Foundation do? Do you know what Just Stop Oil do? Right? And I was in their WhatsApp groups. They say, we're doing a protest. Who's going to get arrested? And these people will be like, me. And they will say, all right, cool. You go to this private room and there will be the solicitors in there. And they'll say, when you get arrested, this is what you do. This is what you do. You ask for these people. Everything's sorted. The arresting people, they're the ones that have to make speeches. You remember every time that an arrested person got arrested, the camera was on them and they were making this eloquent speech while they're handcuffed because they knew what they were going to say. It was all put together. They knew what person to go to. You're going to get arrested and you lot ain't. So we're going to focus on you lot. And that's what happened. And that's why they get out after 7-8 hours. Some of them didn't. Some of them did jail time. But there's money behind it. Money behind them.
Yep.
Crazy that we're in this situation, to be honest.
And you can bet that it's all these little focus groups and sanctuary cities, all the money they're collecting that's being used to fund it all.
Yeah, exactly. The bigger the ultimate goal is they don't want any.
Yeah, the government will be funding all the housing and all the other stuff that they reckon they're helping with, and all that money is going to be on the activism. It's fucking obvious.
Yeah, well, they've got loads of they've got a thing to do, and if you can do it, they'll give you a lot of money. The Soros Foundation, they give you a lot of money. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how much money this foundation gives in goodwill grants and things like that. Because they just want people. They want they don't want borders and they don't want you to have an identity. When you don't have an identity, then you are a transactional person. Once you're a transactional person, they can do what they like with you. They can make you move here, they can make you move there. There probably won't be many wars because there's not any countries you're claiming as your own. So why are you going to go to war with someone if it's an open border? This is what they want. Not for the sake of humanity, but so they can manipulate people more and more and more.
It's just crazy. It's crazy what's happening.
Exactly. Andrew Lawrence said, I was born in London and now I live in Pakistan. You can't go wrong with these things, though, You can't say it's a conspiracy. You can't say anything else because it is. And when people say that you're getting demographically replaced, then you are. But then when you've got numpties, and I call the Restore Britain people like that because it's like, like the flat earthers, right? You've got them mad flat earthers who say that we're spinning on a very thin disc and all this kind of stuff. And then you've got the other flat earthers that no one ever heard of, no one ever spoken about, who were saying, well, actually, we probably live in a plane and there's like loads of little pockets of things. one side seems reasonable, the other side seems loony. The loony ones always get the airtime, so you can't really do anything and discuss it. And that's what's happening now. Let's just deport millions and millions of people. Well, let's see what the situation is first. Let's see how, when we deport these people, what the comeuppance is from other people. Do you know what I mean? You've got to have all of that in your head. So when you do press the button and when you do trigger the laws or whatever, you know what's coming, or you've got a good idea of what's going to come. Because all the globalists can do is say, all right, cool, you deport all these people, fine, we're going to cut all our treaties from you. There you go, you're going to be on your own. No one's going to import, no one's going to export, we'll starve you. Why wouldn't they do it? These people are the globalists. They're all together. The European nations, they're together. NATO, they're together. UN, they're together. You know what? Let's just get Trump to come and save them.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We don't want. They can say we don't. They've done it to Russia. They do it to North Korea. They tried to threaten China that we will sanction you so much. If the world sanctioned the UK, we'd be fucked. Absolutely fucked. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why, a lot of the time we do just say, all right and cool. But I went to the dockside today. Was it called dockyard today?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always good going there. I don't know if you've been there. It's in Chatham or Gillingham. I don't know. Fuck knows. Just go to the dockyard, and they got all these old. Oh, I can't even get in now. They've got all these old pictures, like posters and whatnot, that we don't see now. Like, join the Women's Land Army. Right? You remember when it was a... No, it's not going to fucking focus. Oh, there you go. You don't focus. Join the Women's Land Army. We could do with thousands more like you, right? To grow us out of the war. Or it was what's the post from the home front? Telling a friend may mean telling an enemy. Don't speak about the home front if you're in it. These types of things from the war and that, right? I loved it. Absolutely loved it on the warships today. But that's what we need to do. We need to say, okay, cool. If all of these people take away they put a tariff on us, or 100% tax on anything that we import, from other people, and we're not going to accept any exports, then we've got to say, cool, we will grow our way out of it again. We've done it once before, we'll do it again. But you need to have that understanding of there could be catastrophic things happening against us if we do try to even deport 1 million people.
Yeah, I'm laughing at what Kirst just wrote.
What did she write? Am I clicking it?
Just put it up, yeah.
I was on the DLR and two women sat in front of me. One said, I'd like to go to India for a holiday. Her mate said, why? You've already got here. The Renters Reform Act, what's this? The Renters Reform Act is to get rid of the native British landlords, and it is BlackRock and all those corporate landlords buying up all our housing. Exactly. When the Renters Act come in, what's it called? When the Renters Reform Act came in, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's so good! We can move out anytime we want. We've got more control out of where we live." I was thinking, do you know what? It works the other way around. When BlackRock and these people come, Clear Springs and Serco come knocking, and they say, we want your house and we're going to pay you 10 years up front. Oh, we've got people in there for another year. Well, no, you haven't. You just got to give them 2 months. That's it. And then what else do they do? They made sure that homeless wasn't a crime. So if it's decriminalized, right, all these people are losing their houses, where are we going to go? Because it's not illegal. So the council will just say, it is what it is, We'll try and find you an house, but we can't guarantee it. But you've got a tent and you know where the other people are that living in the slum city, and then we'll be walking past our houses because we've not been able to buy them. We're walking past the houses, and we're going to see immigrants living inside of it. And I don't think people, even at that point, would be like, let's get an army and let's just go for it.
I shouldn't laugh, but you're probably right. That's why I'm laughing. I've got a sense of humour. Even at that point, you think we're going to be passive.
I would say, I would think that. Honestly, I would think that. It's not putting anyone down or anything. It's just the way that we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned. How many times have we said in our lives, "Oh, the English, we're polite, we've got our manners, we queue up, we do this." All of that is conditioned inside of us. What was your granddad like when he was 15 years old? I bet he was much more different than us. I bet he was out in the woods. He was out doing things, building things, making things, all that type of stuff. We don't do that now. The kids just sit on YouTube and all sorts of stuff, trying to stream the games and all of that stuff. They don't go out. They don't go riding their bikes. Let's build a den. Nah, you're right, bro.
That's what I was like as a kid.
Well, I was out. My mum had to put a curfew on me to keep me in the house instead of going out. So, it's like, you've got to be back at this time. My mum was like, you've got to stay in the house until this time. I wasn't allowed out until 8 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't allowed to knock on people's houses until 9 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to get out. I'd wake up at 6 o'clock. Right, let's go out. Let me find my powers. And we'll go out in the woods, go on the bikes, go fucking miles and miles and miles.
Yeah.
And, go fishing. How can we go fishing? We've got no lines.
Street lights was our alarm bell, weren't it?
Exactly. When the sun's coming down, I've got 20 minutes, yeah? And I'm not 20 minutes away from my house, but I know as soon as that sun goes down, I am screwed, And now we look at the time's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock when the sun goes down. So we must have been out fucking all day.
Yeah.
And no one cares.
Even later than that, in the beginning of the summer, 10 o'clock in the evening.
Exactly.
Come back when the street lights come on.
Well, we didn't have a concept of anything we do now. I thought about that the other day. I thought, I must have been out for so long on the hours, but it was safer. It was we could do that. You couldn't do that now.
No,
imagine kids going out 12 hours. You'd be shitting. You'd be like, phone them, texting them. Are you all right? You're not talking to anyone. No one's talking to you. The dark-skinned brothers, don't speak to them.
I don't know. It's sad. I just think it's sad that the youngsters don't even realise what they've lost because they never experienced it. And they won't listen to the ones that did experience it to make them realise just how bad it's got.
Exactly. And that's the thing. If you don't know what you lost, you're never going to miss it. And that's how they do it. That's why they do it. That's why they're happy to do that. And they're trying to control them now. So they get them onto the technology. They get them onto streaming and all that stuff. They get them onto internet. And then to make kids understand control, they turn the internet off at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whenever it is. That's them now installing a control into the children. It's not going to affect us. We can still do internet at any time we like because we're old enough. But they want to install control, governmental control on the kids. So they'll be like, right, we will cut the internet off. Your VPNs or your passwords or whatever it is not going to work on this time. Be a good boy.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we have electricity outages and people have to start going 2 or 3 days like we did in the 70s without electric, that's when you'll start knowing about it because I can't see that going down well with this social media age children.
No.
Adults.
But thankfully, the adults are kind of, what gives me a little bit of hope was COVID, was the amount of people who were prepared to stand outside the box in COVID. And I don't mean going to protests and that. I mean, in the communities when, we were talking about, going all the way up to near the tip of Wales. There's like a lot of mountains, and saying if we need to go anywhere, that's got to be the point. We've got to have a point where people are going to, and people were like, "Yeah, I'm on that," and they weren't listening to the BBC. So people our age were quite receptive to it. So I could hope that now, if that happened, the kids would hate it, but I think the adults could say, right, let's make the best of this. Let's try to give them knowledge that they would never have. I don't know. I'd hope so, but maybe not.
Oh, Donna's dropped something for you to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
It's no wonder half of Africa wants to go fuck off. Man, why am I doing this? Not you, Donna. It's a good one. I just mean fuck off. It's the government. It's absolutely crazy from the government. Why is this even happening? Why? All right, here it is. Let me get full screen it. Can you see it? Oh, you can't hear it though. No one can hear it. That's the problem. I don't know why. It's this one here.
Social housing property we've been offered. This is us going out.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Oh, you can? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Come view with us our new home, new built 4-bedroom social housing property we've been offered. This is us going around to check and make sure there are no safety concerns before we accept this property and move in. The garden was quite a good size with a shed. The front, we had a few safety concerns. We then proceed to go up to the rooms and check everything. This is a 4-bedroom property, new built, like I said, for a family of 8 with 4 children. We need a property that have enough space for adaptation, like stair lift, grab rails, and other medical equipment to be fitted in. So unfortunately, this property will not meet our household need and medical needs. So we turn it down and we offer a second property. The second property is a 5-bedroom property. We did the same check with the garden, quite a good size. We love it. When proceed inside, look around and everything, like I said, is something that we really, really like. This can be medically adapted with the adaptation that we need in the property to make life easy for myself and my special needs children. I carry on. This property was not given to me by my local council. I have been on my local council register for 6 years. I was never given a property. Anytime I am being offered a property, I'm thrown into AST, private rent, with shitty landlord. I've seen the most, the damp. This has caused me stress, affect my mental health. So I took matter into my own hands to go find my property. If I have known this scheme earlier, I would even dwell on my local council. So please, if you're waiting, go search. I found this property through Rightmove on intermittent renting through Bedfordshire Primate Housing Association. There are other housing associations who advertise their properties on Rightmove, Zoopla, and other renting websites. Make sure you meet the eligibility check. They have key worker scheme, rent to buy, share ownership. Also check affordability checks.
All right.
Yeah, well, thanks for that, Donna. You've just told everybody what to do.
Do you know what I was thinking? Do you know what I was thinking in it? I was thinking at the end, right? I was thinking, oh my god, that is disgusting, and it is disgusting because social rent and social housing and all these things should be put through to the people, obviously, who need it more. But now it's going through these companies, it seems. And I was like thinking to myself, oh my god, that's how bad it is. And then in the back of my head, I thought, you know what? I might as well have a look to see if I'm eligible, eh? Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna use it. I'll use the things. You lots don't like it. Fuck it. I'll use my blackness now, and that's it. And I'll have to speak a bit like a. But it's terrible though. Do you know what I mean? This woman, she's saying that the houses are no good. She needs this. Most people would like to live in them houses. They're new built.
Oh,
the first one.
Hold on.
The 4-bedroom build was not big enough. It was not big enough for 8 fucking children. That's not my problem. You've got 8 children. And look at her as well. Let's go back. Let's look at this one, right? How the fuck has she got 8 children? She looks about 105. But it's not, is it? Oh, I see what it is. It's not her children, right? This is what it is. This one, look. Oh, man. Look, that one. So that's grandma. So it's not her 8 children because that's grandma. And this is the problem. So grandma was a care worker. She came here for 5 years and she got herself a passport. Then she has 2 sons and a daughter. 2 sons and a daughter have a kid. So now they all live in the same house.
Oh my God.
So it's not actually one person having all these kids. It's whole generations of families wanting to live in the same house. Now that to me would say that they're not cultured into they're not coming to our culture, because we don't do that. We don't live hundreds in one house. Our houses we don't build houses that big enough. But then if you look at his 5-bedroom house, the 5-bedroom, which looked very nice. Look at these rooms. Tiny.
It has caused me stress, affect
That's one
my
room.
mental health. So I took matter into my own hands to go find my property. You have known this scheme
That's another room. That's a bedroom.
earlier. I would even dwell
Tiny. Absolute tiny.
Yeah.
on my local council.
Here's another one.
So please, if you're waiting, go search. I
that
found
big
this
enough?
property through Rightmove on intermittent renting through Bedford.
The bathroom seemed bigger than one of the bedrooms. But it's crazy. These people are doing. We're allowing it. Why are we allowing this to happen? And that's what we need. That's why we need a government to say no. Basically, we're not going to be handing over aircon units fitted. Yeah, heat pumps, all that type of stuff. Crazy, isn't it, dudes?
It is, but I'm having a look to see what they offer. I'm doing the same machine, mate.
You're doing it.
Yeah. If I find out that it's worth it for people I know to actually go through that service, then I'm going to fucking tell them to go through it.
You're best off. I could probably say what they're going to be doing, and it's going to be that.
But it's not a sanctuary. It's going to be all that fucking kind of stuff as well.
And first buyers. They want first buyers, so I think they give 45-year mortgages now or something like that if you're a first time buyer, which means that you pay barely any type of deposit and you're paying for the rest of your life. You're never owning the house either. You're never going to own it outright.
Mad, isn't it?
But you can say, yeah, exactly. So you can say you're renting, but you're renting, but you own it, but you're never going to really own it outright. And that's probably what these people are trying to do. But these new bills are coming up all the time. Absolute crazy.
Yeah.
The woke love their virtue from Kenny. Benefits pay the rent. Ty said that will stop under reform. There you go. You know, we've got to hold him to account. There's no point. I know Richard Tice, and I know Richard Tice is terrible. I know Nigel Farage is a liar. And I know that he said some bad things in COVID. And Richard Tice pushed the mandatory vaccine with the old chairman. Zia Yousaf possibly is an Islamist because he doesn't get attacked by Muslims, right? It's like Sadiq Khan. He doesn't get attacked by Muslims when he's going to the LGTB. So it could be that these people are on Dakia, right? So people are going to say, we can't vote for them because of that. Well, let's just vote for them in. Let's push them to do this. Will you stop the benefits? Right now you're in power. Are you going to do what you said and stop the benefits? The moment that they say no, that's it. The contract's ripped up. See you later. We don't deal with that. Because now the political parties realise that if you can get enough people behind the party, they will get you in. And that's a whole different political challenge. It's a whole different system that where people don't actually, it's gone from the times of that is our tribe. Labour, 4 generations, we've voted Labour. Doesn't matter who it is, we're going to keep voting until a nice one comes along, which is what they've been trying to do with Burnham. That's what they do. Now we're going to get a new system in saying, well, fuck it. We don't actually care. I don't actually care about who you are. I just care about your politics. So I'm prepared, you know, we've got millions of people who are prepared to vote for all the parties if you're talking our language. And then the political parties have just got to keep talking their language. And then that means politics works because the people ultimately are in charge. That's how you take the power back. It's very, very simple.
I don't know. I think there's so much. I don't think he's going to last long, Burnham.
He will do. He's a puppet. He's a plain old puppet. He will last until he's there's nobody else now. Right? It's like the Tories. They've run out of people. There's nobody else in the Conservative Party. They've gone through all the credible people. And with the left, who else is there? Angela Rayner. She would never. That was her chance, and they rejected her. Lucy Powell, no. There's no one else really there. They're all just shit. Apart from Burnham, which they're going to say, okay, let's try and get him to push the globalist line, and let's see what happens in the next election. They don't care. They know. Do you know what? Right? The globalists know this is the most important election as well. Everyone knows it's the most important election.
It is an important election, yeah, definitely. And people need to vote. That's the bit that's pissing me off, because when I hear people say, oh, what's the point in voting? I think, all right, so we're all disenfranchised. I get it. But if we don't vote, you can bet your life the fucking people that you don't want to vote will be voting, and they'll get even more power. Are you stupid? You know, they just don't think straight, do they?
They don't. But again, I'll say it time and time again. You got to remove bailiffs from accessing that data. You got to make sure that data is protected under a constitutional right of saying there's no what they call credit scoring agencies and debt collectors. You cannot use the electoral roll. That's it. You're not using it. We're going to protect it. We're going to close it off, and then people will vote. I know they will vote.
Yeah.
And if they don't vote, then that's a problem as well. It will pose another problem that people don't feel included enough to care about voting, where they will only get out of their place of shitness if they vote. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been on benefits my whole life and nothing's ever happening. All right, cool. But you're not voting. You're not voting for a party that might help you in your situation, or, you know, might create more jobs so you can go and do this. It's crazy.
All I know is that I've heard people on the left and on the right say, oh, there's no point in voting. And I just think, oh, God, you're so stupid.
There is. Loads of people say that. We're not voting. Well, go away then. Just go. Go to all their war memorials and just stick your fingers up at them.
Yeah, they always go, well, if voting meant anything, they wouldn't let you vote. Oh, okay. Is that why they've been encouraging voter fraud then?
Exactly. I know there's that one. You know, it's that old adage. It doesn't mean anything. Then what else have you got though? If that doesn't mean anything, and it's all everyone's selected, everyone is selected. Let's prove it. Let's prove it that it's all selected. Because if it is all selected, then there's a different route we've got to go down, right? And I'm happy to be the person that will be like, let's fucking do it, right? Not none of this stuff. Join a fucking app group and then fucking do this, and I'm going to call you all. None of that shit. We'll just get out and do it. But let's test it. If everything is selected, then let's get 7 million people to vote for reform and watch them not get through. I'm happy to do that. But it means people have to do this one collective thing, and people won't do it. They'd rather just say this is the situation. See, some people like a conspiracy more than proving the conspiracy. I found that out a lot recently. A lot of people do actually like talking conspiracy. But when there's time to say...
Which reminds me, changing the topic.
Yeah, go on.
That case is...
Hello? She's off. Louise, I can't even see that. Let me just put this in. Stupes, I can't hear it. So if you muted yourself or something, I don't know. She might just need to do something. Louise, reform have a committee that's looked at all the traps of the civil service. I think they have countermeasures already. To be honest, I think we should have to just give them a go. Whoa, look at that. That's wild. I'm trying to get this much smaller and I don't know how to. Because I can't see all of the conversations. The numbers don't reflect the votes. The numbers didn't reflect in the votes last time. See how many votes did Reform get and how many MPs got in. This is the problem. This is the problem with first past the post. We got 4 million and a handful of votes and only 5 MPs because it's the distribution of it. Now it's all good to have 4 million votes, but we need it to be very, very concentrated, or we need these areas that we are fighting in and we're getting. We need just to make sure that people are coming out to vote for us in that area. So it's okay having a great big campaign and there's 4 or 5 million people and all sorts of stuff like that. The fact of the matter is, if it's distributed thinly, we're never going to get the votes. And that's why proportional representation is probably a better system today. But who's going to do that? Who's going to vote for that? Even Reform, if they got in under first past the post, they're not going to say, let's do proportional representation. They'll say, no, let's carry on. Every vote matters. HM, how you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you are. Did you see the new DJE thing? DJE Media. I haven't watched it fully, but it just popped up and it's not just gone viral. It was another one. I think it was like yesterday or something like that. I was going to send it across, but I've totally forgotten. I only remember now. So I'll do it later anyway if you haven't seen it. Always remember, lefties love virtue. It informs every decision they take. Dupes, I'm going to kick you and come back on the same. I'll hide you on the stream actually. Come, just talk. I should be able to hear you because I can't hear nothing yet. And for some reason, hello? You're back. No. Let me just send her a message. Right, that's that. I'm going to hide that. I don't know what's queuing here. See, look how big I am on this. Schedule design. This is why I don't like this one as well, because I don't really understand it. And if I don't understand it, it's difficult. Oh, there we go. There we go. It was simple, wasn't it? Very, very, very simple. Right. Get the chat back. We're ready. Kick her and put the link back out. She's gone. She's coming back in. Let me get the add guest. Here's the link. There you go. There we go. Dan Wootton's debate was good today. I wanted to see that actually. I did want to see that. It was Benjamin Button. But again, it's one of those things as, is he really thinking that way? Or does he do it just to get on TV? How you doing? You're back. I'm not sure what happened there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Right. See, they didn't want you to tell me about the conspiracy. They didn't want you to change tact of what it is. That means that we are being listened to at some point. Anyway, fire away. Hello? You gone blank screen again, Jupes? Hello? You're back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You know what it is? Whatever you're doing, when your picture goes, I can't
I
hear.
don't think you can.
I can hear you.
Yeah, do we?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear
I
you.
don't know.
I can hear you. Right, look in the back. Look in the back chat. I can hear you. I can hear you. Your audio on me must be gone. Can the chat hear Dupes?
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Look in the back. I don't know if you can see this one. All right, Dupes is left out. I can hear you, Dupes. The stream can hear you. I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me. So I think it's your audio earphones, your audio input. Try it again. Try the same. Do you want me to do your different stream? I'll give you a different link. I'll generate a new one. Generate a new one. Oh no, we can't do it. I'm already ongoing. So this one, try it again. But I can hear you. And when it got to that picture, because I want to know what this conspiracy is now. When it got to that picture, when it goes blank screen and goes to your screen, that's when it was. That's when I couldn't hear. So let me just do this. Right, I'll get to here. I mean, everything your average normie who thinks he's living in the greatest land for freedom suddenly found out his vote doesn't matter, and that was nationwide. It would anger a lot of people. People are starting to wake up to these types of things as well, because I don't know if it was just me. I don't know if it was just me, but I was brought up to understand that this country was the greatest country in the world. It gives so much to the world, and no matter what bad you hear about, don't just say, oh, that's bad and blah, blah, blah. Work it out. Look at it. Was that one little bad period, did that outweigh the rest of the good, right? And all of that. So I've always been like, every other country is like a second world nation and blah, blah, blah. And then now I'm looking at other nations and I'm thinking, well, actually, like Nepal, right? Nepal is a very third world country, but they were able to overthrow the citizens, the kids, the Gen Z people. They were able to overthrow a government. Not only overthrow a government, they were able to sustain a new government of themselves. And I think it's still in place now. I think Nepal government, how's Nepal government doing? So that there is a better system. America has got a better system because it's got a constitution. When you go and look at Russia, when you go and look at Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, who would have thought how many millionaires and billionaires would come from this country that no one really knows about? The land of the Mongols. And they are very fucking rich and their buildings are beautiful and all of that stuff. And it kind of makes me think, well, maybe I looked into this country more, saying we were the greatest country in the world and we've allowed all of this stuff to happen. And now it's all manifested at the same time that the country is quite fucked. Maybe that's what it is. I asked them, Silent Matthew Roberts says, I asked them, is anocracy. And they typically say, what does that mean? I'm going to say that, so I've never heard it in my life. And then I tell them. So they no longer think it's a free democracy. I don't know if it is any traction. Let's find out what that means. Anocracy. We're learning today, people. Remember, every stream we learn something. Every stream we learn. Dupes, the link's in there. I'll drop the link again. I don't know if you want to reboot your computer or whatever it is. But the link's always going to be here. How do I do this shit again? Here you go. This one. Anocracy. Let's go. Put you there. Show and stream. Boom. Anocracy. Anocracy or semi-democracy is a form of government that is loosely defined as part democracy, part dictatorship. or a regime that mixes democratic with autocratic features. Another definition classifies anocracy as a regime that permits some means of participation through opposition group behavior, and then it is complete development of mechanisms to redress grievances. That's wild. That's wild. I've never ever heard of that before. The international definition of anocracy is extensively used by scholars, Monty Marshall, Benjamin Cole, and that definition is widely dismissed. So is there any countries that use it then? The instability of an anocratic regime causes human rights violations to be significantly higher than anocracies with democratic regimes. This is wild. So we know that obviously civil war, it leads, there's no different views on whether this leads to civil war or not. Africa, after the colonial terrorists were diminished, during the period, so Africa is not the best. Nigeria, Somalia, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Burma, Cambodia, successful traditions to democracy. Mexico, Taiwan. Yeah, I don't know. That's wild. That's wild. I've never known that before. Never ever known that before. But it's good to know these things. Every day is a school day, Daft Lad. Of course. Of course it is. So we've got the Restore Britain, the mayoral vote is finished now. They're not going to start counting until tomorrow. It's not like a general election where they count it straight away. They'll start counting tomorrow, probably about 9, 10 o'clock. And then you probably know by 5 o'clock tomorrow. So it's gonna be important to know. Just tried Kick and it kicked me out. What? Yeah, I'm not on Kick here. I don't think I'm on Kick on this one. Because this is that different system again. Which I need to work it out. I need to work it out because it should have been very, very simple, but Dupe seemed to have a couple of problems today. And it might have been me with the earphone. I need to use the earphone. And look, man, look. This guy's a melt. This guy is one of the most beta males I've ever. Oh yeah, stop sharing. Share, screen, window, Kick, boom. And there we go. We got Clav. Clav the beta. I can't even. Am I live? This is where we need to be anyway. Do you know what? This is where we need to be. We need to be on here. And if you look at some of the things as well, this is, let me just go through this with you. This is where we need to get to. And then I'm going to go. I'm going to hide it on the screen. I talk about getting over onto Kick, and loads of people are going to use it now. I say getting over to Kick is the best way of doing it for many, many people. And you got huge streamers over there, and they're not getting a rub, to be fair. You got Asmon Gold, the biggest, I think is the biggest streamer. He's got 7,400 people watching. Right? You got Nick White, 2,400 watching. Now these are obviously great numbers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but it's honest numbers. It's numbers where people are prepared to come to go and see your stuff. And it's a much better atmosphere because you haven't got the 30,000. You know, he gets millions. Sorry, he gets millions and millions and millions on all the other channels. And he's got 7,400 watching. Now we'll be part of it. He's a multi-millionaire as well from streaming. Absolute crazy. But anyway, so this is where we need to get. We need to get on the front page. We will do it. We'll celebrate. I'll do the giveaway of a century if we can get it. But I need people to come over to it. So come over to. I'm going to hide this for a minute because I don't know if this is a straight and it will just dox me. Oh, it is me. There you go. We are on there. I don't know why it's kicked you for. Show on stream. Oh, it's me again. That's why. Go to this one. Danny_unfiltered. Go there. Give us a sub. We've got people here. Big up. I couldn't even see you over there. I'm only getting I'm only getting YouTube stuff. So everyone on Kick, I'm not seeing you because I'm on this one. Thanks for the stream, guys and girls. But this is where we've got to be. This is where we've got to be. Over on Kick. Kick.com/Danny_whatever. We'll put it in the chat. And yeah, we'll get it sorted in no time at all. So please, people. HM. Welcome to the nation. Tommy Shelby told me that he was going to be joining the family. And you have done. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you for coming across. Appreciated. And everyone else. It was only a chat today. Obviously, we started off and we got Dupes on, a great conversation. It's been a while. I want to do these things as well. So on Friday, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Dad, I'm bitch over on Kick. How are you doing, my friend? I have a feeling. Oh, how you doing? HM's over here. We got Lynn Chalmers. I haven't seen you all day because I'm not watching this chat. I have to somehow get this chat out. I've got. Hang on a minute. I've got that. I got that one. Send this out to your friends. Tell your friends, listen. There's a stream that goes on for hours upon hours upon hours. Sometimes we will start doing them hour ones as well. And it's very, very informal. And there's a lot of things that go wrong. And there's a lot of stuff that is there's a lot of digressing. There's a lot of loads of stuff on it. But it's good. You know, come over, we can just chat. It's like the pub. That's what I want it to be. Ken 130, welcome. Shelby sent you, and he says, "I've got a good man for you. I've got a good man for you." So welcome. Thank you for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Really is appreciated. Came over here because of AOI. Oh, HM, man. I've been pushing this stuff for so long, and now you come around because of AOI. Ugh. But you're here, and that's what matters. But it's a good place. I've said this before. It's a great place for AY to do it because IRL streaming is, it's very much what Kick's about. But we want to push Kick in a different direction as well. We want to keep the IRL streaming where we do these things. We can do all the hotels and everything else, and we don't have to worry about getting banned and doing all this stuff because there's quite a high threshold of doing it. And also, we need the debrief zones. We need these channels as well, where we can have the conversation. And we don't have to worry about calling it this or calling it that. We don't normally do it anyway, not here. Some people do. Some people like to say, I'm not going to say murder. I'm not going to say anything else. We have to make sure that people understand what's going on. So we can't say, oh, unaliving. This person was dead. Charlie Kirk was shot, right? He wasn't unalived. He was shot in the neck. And I don't think it was by Tyler Robinson. Who's been over that? Any of you lot been over that? The Tyler Robinson stuff. We can do it on the Free Speech Friday. Donna, what 2 screws? Oh, look at that. Donna's been on Kick for 5 years. See? People are ahead of the game. It's you. Yeah, I clicked it. I clicked it and it comes up with all messages. So all the messages that you've sent to me on various streams, it comes up, and it said, one of them said it's Donna. That's why I was like, oh, all right, yes. Kick app is on the Play Store. It is definitely on the Play Store. It's just had an update as well, so it's probably gonna have a few bugs. And you know, someone did say it as well. Someone did say that it kicked him in and kicked him out. So that's probably some of the bugginess that they need to overthrow. And that's about it for today, to be fair, people. That's about it. Oh, this is wild. We got Harrow in the house. And I'm just looking through. Is that on a private? No, it's not. Yeah, I was just looking through my X, see if there's anything else we can talk about, we can bring up. So this is Harrow. Harrow Unfiltered. Please give him a follow. It's a bit wild, but it's in a good place. This is how guys these days want to be treated. You know what? It's so true. It's so true. It's crazy. That was a good one. That was unexpected. Oh, you couldn't see it, could you? I don't know if I fucking showed it. Oh, wait there. Wait there. I've not even, this is what I don't like on this one. Here we go. Show on stream. Here we go. How guys these days want to be treated. But it is true. So join Harrow Unfiltered on X. Here it is, this one here. Benny Johnson. Benny Johnson would love to get, yeah, he would love to get that. He's seen his wife like after the 4K. We're doing it. I've seen it in 4K. You haven't seen it in 4K. It's absolutely mental. But Brit Boy says, even if every boat will stop tomorrow and every illegal was removed, we're still getting demographically replaced. The vast majority of illegals. Yo, look at that one. You know, I can now confirm the World Exclusive interviews past and present with Island Daniel Kinahan's going soon. That's going to be wild. You see what with this guy as well, yeah? Well, when he wanted or something like that, and he's been brought back from Dubai and he's got a couple of murders and he's like a ganglander or something, but he's out and back. He's out. Makes no sense. This is insane. Even still. It's fucking insane, isn't it, people? Wait, I've got something else to look at. How long ago was this? 9 hours ago. The question is this: will he strike Camille? And the second question is to just turn myself off. I'm not. Where is it then? Oh, here I am. Here I am. I got it. Because it's a web browser. It just disappears sometimes. Right, that's me. So we got Paul Golding. I don't know if he strikes me. It is what it is, really, isn't it? Let me just reshare this. Britain first. Can we see it? Here we go. Right. Keep that off there. YouTube will ban all these channels in the end. They delete 12 minutes accounts at the end of June. Yeah, of course it will. You know, and the BBC and all these people in the EU have said to YouTube that you've got to start having these verified accounts, these good, honest accounts. But we know that good, honest accounts, at the end of the day, what are they? They end up being propaganda channels like the BBC. Right. So here is Britain first storms an Islamic Sharia court in heavily Muslim town. Let me just put you up full there. No. I've done it again, didn't I? I've only gone and done it again. There we go. I want to press that one there. Put that there. Right. Let's play this. It is... Can you hear it though, people?
Look at the Sharia court.
No, not really. Guys, you need to leave. I was gonna have to call the police.
You call the police.
Guys, you
sir,
can't be
don't
here.
touch me.
Guys, you can't be here.
Don't touch me.
Guys, you
all right?
can't be here.
This is a Sharia court. It's just through there. We just want to see it quickly.
There's nothing to see. It's just an office.
Just show us.
Guys, you can't be here.
This is the Sharia
They
court.
just come into the court. Couple of 4 white men recording the court without property. We've got confidential files in here. They can't be in here.
This is the Sharia court. There's over 85 of these nationwide. They're operating and building a parallel legal system which has been given more and more power in legislation as time goes on. Yeah, we are going to leave. We just wanted to see this Sharia court. We want to show the public what's going on here. So this is where the judge would sit, and this is where disputing parties would sit. We have a legal system in this country. I don't understand why you build it. All right, don't touch me, please. Please don't touch me. Okay, we'll leave. We have a legal system in this country. I don't understand. No one understands why you're building a separate legal system.
There's no separate legal system. You're just ignorant.
We're not ignorant. They could just seen the court in there. You called it a court.
Why have you seen
You called it a court.
Yeah, they're just recording. They're recording. Yeah, look. They're entering.
We're leaving, sir. We're leaving.
You're not allowed to be in the first place.
Your door's right.
Unbelievable. Why?
Oh, wow, okay, so can I come into your house if your door's open?
Okay. This isn't a house. This is a Sharia court. We would never come in your house.
No, I'll talk to you.
Okay.
I'm happy to talk to you, but I want you to stand outside.
Okay, that's fine. Why are you building a separate legal system in this country?
Can I explain, or you're just going to keep interrupting me?
Well, I haven't even. I asked you a question.
No, you've had something about. I'm happy to answer your question, but you need to listen to me carefully. This
Okay.
is not a different legal system. You need to understand that. Religious communities, like the Jews who have their own organisations, the Anglicans have Anglican courts, we are allowed...
Anglicanism is a state religion.
We are allowed, under English law...
The Church of England is part of the government, part of the state.
And what about the Jewish communities? They've got their thing.
Yeah, close down all religious courts.
Can I just say as well, people, go across to Britain First, and everyone who's watching this now, go across to the channel and give them a full 40, 50 second or a minute, just let it play in the background, just so he can get the views as well, right? It's important.
They're not necessary in this country. He just called it a court.
The word court. It's a
He just called it a court.
Look what it says at the top. It says council.
Yeah, but that's just wordplay. That's just deception. These are called, but 85 of these.
Tell me what I do.
These are described across the media as Sharia courts.
That's their problem, not mine. If you can't speak English, that's not my
To get around it being a court, you call it a
Oh, you see that what she said? If you can't speak English, it's not my problem. See that? It's just disrespectful.
council. Yes.
Muslim communities have got problems. If you've got a problem where your wife is like,
If you've got a problem, go to the British English legal system.
don't say, go and get mediation. This is what we do. We provide mediation. It's, of course, the first
Absolute
thing
rubbish.
is get mediation. It's rubbish. Go and
It's
There is a thing, right? Let me just quickly hide this. I'll break it up a little bit. I know what YouTube's like. The last stream I played one bit of it had a bit of music on it, and they strike me fully. Do you know what the thing is as well? Like they say it's a mediation place. They say the UK court system is in place, but what it's doing is it's we know how oppressive Islam can be, right? So if you're going to these places, then obviously in a community that is quite oppressive anyway, that can shun people and can do all that type of stuff, and saying, well, this is the issue that we have. Maybe it's a marriage issue, maybe it's a business issue or whatever. But then it makes them feel that other people are going to get involved, and maybe these mediators will speak to other people as well. Oh, let's just speak to the imam, let's just speak to this person, and then all of a sudden everyone knows your business. So whilst it's only mediation, or it's only trying to sort things out, if it was about an abusive marriage or something like that, or something against women and children, where they can be ganged up against, even though there's no laws in the UK that it can overrule, it's still overruling community level laws and rules and order, and that is still a two-tier legal system, a two-tier mediation system, whatever you want to do. It should be stopped. You can't have these types of things. It's like, oh, you know what, I'm going to get married. Well, I'm going to get married, but I'm going to get married in a special way, under these vows and under this law. We're never going to accept that. So they say it's not viewed, if you do that, it's not viewed as a lawful marriage in the UK. But people still go and do it. But it means nothing, right? And then they want to get divorced. And then they've got to go to these camps, these courts, and these ones say, no, we're not going to authorize it. But because the people are brainwashed inside, they're like, oh no, I can't get divorced now. Well, hang on a minute. It wasn't recognized in the UK in the first place. So it's dangerous. It is dangerous, especially for women.
Absolute rubbish.
Can I just say to you, young man, please, can you find out what's actually going on instead of just whatever rubbish?
We know what's going on. You're building a parallel legal system. You are. There's over 85 of these all around the country.
Find out what the truth is. Don't listen to lies and rhetoric.
How's it lies?
Far right.
Oh, far right.
We are not.
It's a council. That did not.
Religious council.
Okay, that did not look like a council. That looked like a courtroom. We've just been in there.
That's your issue.
No, I've been in
That's how
courtrooms.
you think it is.
I've been in courtrooms.
So they make it look like a courtroom, so automatically you feel that it might have a bit of power. Do they say this is no power in the UK? We're just here to mediate with... No, they don't, man. They don't. They say you're going to number 34. Yeah. Oh, my God. You're in a bit of trouble.
That is a courtroom. That is a courtroom. That's not a council. A council would be a big table where people sit around, right? That is a court. We saw it. Like a media parrot, right? Far right racism, far right racism, far right racism. There's no such thing as Islamophobia. It's Islamo-realism. All of the Muslims have come to a different country. They've set up their own parallel legal system. It's outrageous.
There you go, Islamic Sharia Council. But even still, if you can get down there September 12th, get there midday, outside Tamworth's normally a good one. Tamworth is normally a good one, to be fair. So if you can get down to there, do it. But even the council, there's only one council, that's your local council. Anything else, you're circumnavigating what the actual truth is, and we've got to stop it. We've got to stop it. Thank you, HM. This is the Kick link. Please come across. They will always do this if we let them, if we allow it to happen. I refuse to acknowledge Islam. Well, it's not, you're a Christian, like myself. So it's written down that it's that we can't give it any type of acknowledgement, but we have to acknowledge it in a way of they are trying to do everything that they can to have a majority in that way. And even if it is, right, even if it's not a court, let's just say it's not a court and it's his media group and all sorts of things. When they are doing this, they're practicing for when there is a time when it will become legal. Little by little, oh, we're just going to allow you to marry. You can marry people under your laws, or you can settle a dispute, money dispute. You can settle business disputes. Then it just grows and grows and grows. And people start forgetting about it. If you look at this, I haven't got it here anymore. If you look at, I've come off it. If you look at it, the first article that Paul put up there. So go back onto Britain First, onto the YouTube, pick it up, and go to the first article. The first article was in 2012. So this has been going on from 2012, and they're still doing it, and it's getting more and more sophisticated. Now they got letters outside a house. So I'd be wondering if it's still a house or is it under a business? Is it under business rates? And you know what they say about if you're exempt from council tax if it's a mosque and all these types of stuff. They're freeing up family courts. What are you whining about? What is freeing up family courts? Having these courts. We shouldn't be freeing up any type of courts in the UK for a foreign, ideological court. We shouldn't be. The court is a court. Law's a law. Doesn't matter who you are. Magna Carta said that we are all the same under law. That's it. It doesn't matter. And they're not freeing up family courts anyway. They're kidnapping more kids these days than any other time. Need to get secret cameras inside these courts. We need people in there who's very favourable to us. Both types of ritually slaughtered meats are alien to us. That restores position, and that's the truth until his son-in-law's or his son's wedding. He had that food there, didn't he? He didn't ban it. Oh, we're importing it. He wasn't imported. He's not going to ban halal. He's not going to ban kosher. We've got him on record of saying that he's very favourable to the Jewish community, that he wouldn't want the Jewish community to feel that they are being targeted by any of his policies. His son is married to a Muslim. They've got all sorts of halal stuff at the wedding. The guy's father, so his son's wife, I don't know if it's father-in-law or whatever, his son's wife's father is quite big in Morocco. Oh, it might be good to look at what he's saying about Morocco, eh? Let's have a look, because his dad's wife, because his son's wife, come on. His son's wife's dad is this peacekeeper of Morocco. So let's see what, let me just have a quick look. Let's have a quick look and then we'll call it a night. Oh, I don't want to do it. I want to do Uncle Roops, man. Let's see what he's got to say about... Oh, this is getting easy, though, to be fair, to be sharing it. Now you know what to do. Show it, brother. Infantino is a money-grabbing scumbag keeping away from English football. Europe shouldn't put up with this. We need leaders who firmly say no and turn every single one of them back. Reversing this is the issue that matters the most. If it isn't done, over 1,000-year story of the European peoples will cease to exist. Now, these are the things that we need to call out a little bit, because this is North Africa. It's not Europe. It's a European colony, granted. They can come over to Gibraltar, granted. But we've got to really understand that when people try to class this as Spain and Europe, it's not right, it's not correct. And these things, yeah. What does Rupert Lay say about
against immigration? I'm literally pro-immigration, a multicultural society, which again I have no problem with.
I've never talked about repatriation. Repatriation is a much more difficult subject.
I have never said we should deport people who are here legally. That's not something I think we should be talking about.
And I don't mind where those people come from. And I detest far-right sort of, ethno-nationalist or neo-Nazism. I don't agree with Nigel Farage in saying that, all these people should be repatriated. You can't once you've legally accepted people.
Restore will betray everybody. Two people will take all the money out. Rupert will do a deal with Kemi and become deputy leader of the Conservatives.
So that's some of the things.
So I don't think intellectually I'm against immigration.
He doesn't think intellectually that he's against immigration. All of the policies are against that. Who's the strongest political leader in Britain right now? I thought it said Glenn Beck then. It's like, what? It's a bit mental. Here's it's Manchester. Do you know what this guy is? I've never seen this guy before. This guy's mad. I didn't know that Billy Branco from the Bronx was there. It's mad, isn't it? Look, it's just, it's wild. I don't know. I've never seen someone dress like that out. Maybe it's my area. What? No, and so he's not saying nothing about Morocco. Funny that, isn't it? Knocking doors until the bitter end. So this is him. 10 out. There's nothing here apart from. Well, that's just on Lewis's thing. Actually, I'm not on the right thing here. Let's have a look. That one. That one. Yeah, so there's nothing about. There's nothing. Nothing. Everything's about Marlon. Vote for Marlon. You see how many. Nothing. Not a single thing. And then when we look at it, can't remember what the dad's name is called. So it was Karim. So it was this one. Go in there. But if you look at it, Karim Mesra, that's his son's wife's father, so his son's father-in-law. Very big in Middle Eastern politics, North African. Director, resident senior fellow of North African Initiative. So it'll be interesting to see what he's got to say about the Morocco stuff. But anyway, we're going to be going anyway. It looks like Rupert kowtowed at this point. Of his appearance in the US Conservative podcast circuit. That's when his messaging shifted to watered down takes. It's been watered down for a while, to be fair. No one is coming to save us. Our entire civilization is at risk. Well, it really is. And that's why we have to. Oh, Farage spoke about Morocco. This is why we have to be very careful about who we vote for. I'm gonna be saying this. So if you don't like it, if people don't like it, if people are like Danny, you're chatting shit, then do you know what the best thing to do? The best thing to do is never to listen to another podcast and not to go on to the X or anything like that, because I'm gonna be going on very, very hard about why we should support reform. Unless they slump, if they go down to 15% in the polls and Restore come up to 30 whatever percent, the situation is the same. Because my situation is we need to vote for the people who are most likely to break up the Labour Conservative. So at this point in time, that's where it is. If it all changes, then we just have to vote for that way. So if people don't like that or don't understand that, that's not really a me problem. Yeah, it's not. Look at this. This is a fan. This is the little ones, right? It is absolutely great. It is so like, it's great, but it's pink. I can't take it out. I can't take it out. So when you're out there sweating, can't take it out. I need to get another one, but I think it's a Barbie thing or something. I have no idea. Anyway, people, this is me. We're gonna go. I appreciate everyone watching. It was just a let's come and chat stream today. We had a great conversation with Jupes. I don't know where she went actually. To be fair, she's not even in the chat. But thank you, Jupes, for coming on, spending your time with us. It's absolutely great. Everyone, please send a like on this. Put your likes up. And here we go. LTG has put it on there. Come over to X. Come over to join the membership. Follow us on X. Join the membership. Or buy me a coffee. Buy me a couple if you want. And that hopefully, if I can get Kick sorted and then the buy the coffee, I don't even have to do it if Kick gets sorted because they've got their own things there. And we don't need to be cautious about whether or not they're going to demonetize or deboost or anything like that. We don't need to do it. So if we can get over to Kick, it'll be fantastic. We will be having much longer, more freer, more open streams than whatever we can do. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Stay safe out there. We do need to look. We do need to be safe. It's wild out there. So look after yourself. Look after each other. Look after your community. We've got this, right? We've got this. It's difficult to live without hope, but compromise is even worse. We need to do a bit of both. We need to, in my opinion, right? It's only my opinion. In my opinion, the right wing that we knew of 2022, 23, the global right wing, it's not there anymore. It's destroyed, it's gone. The MAGA stuff, I think that's gone. I think the MAGA, I think that's been compromised over and over again. The influences there are very much compromised. So the way we're thinking is we have to just get the job done. I'm going to keep saying it. We have to just get the job done. And if that does mean a compromise, and if that does mean that we're going to get 4 years of this uncertainty because we don't know who these people are or what they're doing, then we're going to have to take it on the chin. Because I'm telling you this, the moment the polls, the votes come in and they're counted, and it's late after everything that's been done for the past 15, 20 years, and it still comes in with either Labour or Conservative, then believe you me, it's gonna be on warp speed. Everything the globalists want to put through is going to be on warp speed because they know that we can't get together in big enough numbers to go and influence an election. And that's what we need to do. We need to influence, not through the back door, not through little deals and little things and give me a kickback and this, that, and the other and all that type of shit. We need to mobilize people in such huge numbers that everyone is looking like, fuck, we got to wake up. We've got to make sure that next time out, we don't treat these people like they're the servants. We've got to treat them as they should be. They're the ones that hold the power, and they're able to mobilize in these numbers to change the whole political landscape. That's what we need to do. What the fuck is going on in Spain? Bretty boy, good to me. It's not in Spain, it's in North Africa, for one. It's only a colony, it's an outpost or whatever you want to call. It's very, very small in what's it called, Situa or something like that. But it's concerning. It's concerning that that many people at the same time was able to overthrow it is sovereign land, whether or not it's, you know, it's fought over land or whatever. I don't know. But it's sovereign at this point in time. It's Spanish land. There's Spanish people there. For them to be able to do that, it's terrifying. What are we going to do? What would we do if we woke up tomorrow and we saw the Nowhere photographer out on a boat, Danny Tomo out on a boat? We saw Truther, an active patriot, and Yorkshire Rose all streaming on the UK soil. We saw a few other people on the other side, and there was thousands upon thousands of boats just coming, bypassing the border people, just heading straight towards us. What would you do? You know what? Leave a message down there. People, it's been great tonight. Thank you for joining us. And next stream, tomorrow, Freedom Friday, if I do it, because I've done it tonight now. I've done it every single night this week. I'm going to try and do it. 10:30 or 11 o'clock, probably more towards 11 o'clock because I've got a quite busy day tomorrow. But yeah, have a think about it. And I want to know your answers tomorrow. What would you do? Like if it's illegal, right? Or if it's going to get into a bit of trouble, don't put it out there. Just put A. That's it, the letter A, and we can work out what it would be in our heads, right? But I'm interested. Would people care enough? Because we all care online. Everyone cares online. I know I do, but is that because I live in Kent? I live on them shores. It's very, very close to me. So that would be a problem, right? That'd be an immediate problem. But with people who live in Hemel, in Hatfield, in Milton Keynes, in Manchester, Lincoln, would they be like, fuck, we've got to go and protect the borders, like the Home Front? It's interesting. I like doing these type of stuff. But anyway, it's Spanish territory. It's Spanish territory. We can make it. Roy, we've done it so many times, mate. We've done it so many times. We've actually gone back to square one, where we've tried a lot of stuff and none of that's happened. So maybe it was right in front of us all the time. Nobody is mentioning Gibraltar opposite. Yeah, we did it before. We said it before, didn't we? There's no mainstream media. They're not gonna talk about Gibraltar. They're not going to talk about Gibraltar because it's a difficult conversation for them. Can these people, you said about it, 6 miles. So from that place to Gibraltar is 6 miles. It's possible to do that on the same dinghies they got there. And you remember, some of them was from the Navy. They had got it. How the fuck have they got a Garda Civil boat? How? It makes no sense. They have had to go either the Garda Civil, the second highest police form, is like a military army. Them people have just given it to these, or did they take it? It's crazy. So yeah, so they are able to use them boats to go to Gibraltar. As soon as they're in Gibraltar, it's a totally different situation, different kettle of fish. These people, every government will be bussing them up, will be giving them free train fares all the way up so they can come into this country. No one's mentioning British Gibraltar opposite where these migrants are broken into. If they land in Gibraltar and they come under British law, they won't leave. And the most important thing about that is if they come under British law, the British government won't demand them to leave. They'll be like, you got it, congratulations. Well, that's some journey, isn't it? Oh my God, you've come from where? All the way from Morocco, and you went over 3 countries and da-da-da. Well, we deserve to give you this stuff. Don't worry about the British people. They've done nothing, you know. They haven't walked through 4 countries and all that shit. That's what they'll say. We have to believe. To believe is to achieve, or something like that. Mike Tyson says something like that when he wasn't on DMT. In truth, what can we do? Show any form of resistance and it's straight to jail. That's the problem. But what happens when there's no jails? There's too many jails. Or we've got control of them, as in we've got people in these positions. But if there's an invasion tomorrow and there was that many people, so let's just get it in so we all know. It's all there. It's all, what has gone on here, bruv? What has gone on here? Let's look at the bookmarks.
This is a city called Ceuta. You're watching as thousands of migrants break through the fence and completely overwhelm the border police there.
On my bit here, it's not lagging. On this one here, it's lagging so much.
Their video showing huge groups of people.
Look at this.
Young,
if you see this,
age guys cramming into inflatable
if you see
tubes,
this,
or arriving
this
on
would
shore
have to
another
be
way,
pushed
some of them
back.
waiting in the water.
And then look here. This is Garda Civil. This here is a boat. This here is the boat I was on about.
Through the gates to get to the.
These things here cannot happen. And if we saw that washed up on the beach, I'm sorry. And this will be good. This will be good for people to say, Danny, you chat shit or not. I'm sorry, if this come up on the beach, we'd have to stop it. We'd have to stop it. We'd have to. We'd have no choice. We couldn't just let them, because these people ain't going to the immigration center.
Sandra, this is reminiscent of kind of what we saw during the open border during the Biden administration through 2021, 2024, kind of similar to what we saw in
These
Del Rio
people ain't looking to get their passport stamped.
The socialist agenda, their platform literally says they want to abolish borders, abolish immigration enforcement, have complete freedom of movement.
Look what they're doing.
1.3 million
in the streets.
illegal immigrants apply for that amnesty program between April
See you
and
later.
June.
They're just going.
So that's what we call a pull factor, Sandra. They're looking for something like that. They know if they.
So we said that someone would have to do it. Rupert Lowe, Nigel Farage. Yeah, we couldn't just let that go. Just couldn't let that go. Yorkshire Rose stated Churchill's angles. Look it up. Serious stuff. I will do. Send it to me. Big support for Yorkshire Rose here. Civilian army one day. We'll have to fight in Kent one day. Soon. Get fit. We did it. 1384. Or was it 1834? No, 1384. Kent, Essex, East Anglia. We came. We represented, and we fucked London up, to be fair. You know, to try and get our rights back as, you know, farmers and peasants, the peasant revolt. We have Danny. You have what? Gibraltar could be the new Dover. Imagine that, though. It'd be crazy. Banned again. Fortunately, it seems to be heading that way. The country is at breaking point. It was actually a Mike Tyson quote. See? There you go. There you go. Love it. Oh, love it. I knew it was something, one of those ones. I bet they're running right tonight. Yeah, tomorrow we'll have to have a look at it tomorrow and see what they've done in the day. And it's not going to be nice. They've probably kicked out everyone out of their houses and all that shit. Crazy. A tiny little place. How are they going to eat? They've been ransacking the shops. Of course, haven't got the currency. Haven't got anything. Haven't got no backpack, no food, no nothing. They talked about the great. We talked about the Great Reset decades ago. They called us conspiracy theorists. Look at all the stuff you know anyway with Alex Jones and all that. Years ago, decades ago, when Alex Jones was thin and an alcoholic, all right? He was talking about all of this stuff. If only we listened. So now we've got to listen now. We've got to do it now. Anyway, people, I'm going to go. I've been rabbiting on for too long. Thank you for every single one of you coming here. Appreciate it. Please join the memberships. When we get to 20 on the memberships, we'll be doing the lives behind the doors. So make sure you grab yourself a membership. And tomorrow, hopefully, 10:30, 11, Free Speech Friday. I've got to get this system working as well. I don't really understand why it's not. Because it's a browser. Don't know. I'll sort it out though. If not, we'll just have another conversation. But thank you, people. Be safe. Oh, Danny. Mandy, how you doing? Hope you're well. Danny T posted a video of them kicking off in the streets. We can all go and we'll have to have a look at it now and see exactly what's been going on. But yeah, they're going to be. They're going to be. The orcs are in the Shire and the hobbits will turn far right. See, I've never watched that. What is it called? Lord of the Rings or something like that? Or is it the other one? Oh, what's the other one? I can't remember. But yeah, I never read, so I don't actually know what that means. But I trust your judgment. People, good night. God bless. Take care.